All right. Good morning, traders. Good morning. Good morning. You should see my screen. You should hear my voice. You should be able to chat with me and chat with each other. Let's see. Oh, give me 1 second. I forgot something. Sorry, guys. Okay, now we're going here. Now, good morning, Bob. Good morning, Big Boss and Vladimir. Good morning to you, Tony and Peter. Good morning, Mike. Happy Tuesday to you, Linda. Good morning. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Doug. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, officially, good morning. Welcome to the Options Income Launchpad Tuesday opening bell. My name is Scott, and I will be your host. As always, what we're going to do is for education, illustrative purposes only, nothing intended as a recommendation to buy or sell any security or financial product. We're not brokers or advisors, therefore, don't give any personalized investment advice. Any decisions made from information coming from our platform or us should be taken at your own risk. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Um, let's move this on. We know the agenda. It's always funny because during when we used to go 15 minutes earlier, we'd spend a little more time on the agenda and then just kind of look at the things that are look at what's opening, what the futures look like. Down. We're down. Yesterday we had some setups that we were looking at. And we said, let's see. Does it hold? Does it pull back? They didn't. And here we are again today. So it's going to be the same thing. We're down 0.5% on the S&P. We're down 0.66 on the Dow, 6.62 on the Nasdaq. I mean, it's pretty across the board. The VIX is only up marginally, just from what we can see here. We'll go look at the charts. Um, but yeah, let's see. What else do we have by way of news? Um, I don't think any of us love the ability of our politicians to invest in things they oversee. Um, and that we hope they'll be on the honor system. If you look at the top 10 Congress people who profit, you got 5 Republicans and 5 Democrats. It is just, I think, the absolute worst thing. So I'll just say that. I think everyone else would probably agree. It's frustrating to see that sort of participation and correlation. Other than that, let's look for any news that might move the needle in the market. Um, Let's see. Chip sell off, inflation concerns. I mean, that's been the whole thought. It's we've seen that for sure already. That's okay. Nothing new. Nothing new. Let's go look at the calendar. Um, do I have to pick one or the other? Oh, I don't know what's going on with this. I feel like it's Market Watch. I feel like Market Watch has like a good ability to tie up my computer. Um, let's see. Uh, Yesterday we really had nothing. We had home builder confidence. It was a little higher. Don't really pay much attention to that today. Some Fed speak, pending home sales tomorrow, minutes. I don't think there's much in it right now. Um, so the Fed, there's not a lot of expectations right now with the Fed. Thursday, wow, this is a really light week. I didn't realize how light this week was. Jobless claims. Friday, we have a minor consumer sentiment report. Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's really, not a lot serving up information to the market right now. Unfortunately. Let's go peek in on things. Which means, anything that was flagged, I have a list. And the short list is made up of stocks during our weekly Sunday session. This week there was maybe 25, 27 or so. Then I highlighted from within that list, as of now, anyways. I highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I highlighted 9. Um, that are the closest. Those are the ones we'll kind of walk through. This is one of them. You can see it's still holding. I said if it starts to get into the gap, I'll be a little concerned, but even here, I'll give it a little fluctuation. um, yeah, let's see. I do want to. I can't get my. That's what I needed to move. Hmm. Okay. Which ones do we still think? Well, I mean, as of now, I think the market's still well set up. Let's go take a look at the spot. Yeah, I mean, yesterday barely ended up down by the time we got to the end of the day. And we did not end up with above average volume. It was average volume, average, but not above. Okay. Today, we opened down. We're still down. Let's just look at the first 12 minutes. And you can see we had a little bit of the buyers making an effort at the end of yesterday. Today we got back down to yesterday's low. If we take a step back, if we break this low, it could be interesting. It could be a little bit more downside ahead of us. And it's flirting with it now. So over the next 5 to 10 minutes, we'll kind of have a good sense if it can hold or not. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the mix. How much fear is coming along with this? As I've been saying, it's kind of a funky VIX right now. I'm starting to kind of feel like it's more here. We had almost like a double tap low, and that just gave us this low. And we were like, was this the low or high? Only to have it kind of still just the candles are moving around, right? But realistically, it's sort of stuck right in this line. Um, so you can see it just sort of sits right through here. Um, so I'm going to say it's still sort of on its upward trajectory from this point. It's just sort of like this. Definitely still a lower high from back here. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to the top of our list. And I will flag for you the ones that are the most likely candidates as of right now. Uh, four opportunities today. Alcoa clearly is not one of them. Apple. Apple's on the list, but also not one of them. So let's keep looking. Archer Daniels. I know someone traded this one recently. Um, but I don't remember who it was. Okay. But this one for me, it's I actually don't have it highlighted right now, but I was thinking this one looks pretty good. That's why I was bringing it up. It is in the consumer staples where we're starting to see a little bit of pretty steady decline, but this one is certainly staying pretty strong. Okay. AMAT. I don't know why I didn't have this one highlighted, but I'm highlighting it. I mean, several people just finished booking a nice solid gain on this one. It's pulling back, and if it stabilizes at a higher low, I think it's because it wasn't close. But now I feel like it's a could be a day or two away from an opportunity. Okay. AMD is definitely on the list. Would it be able to be tradable today? It would be a tough one. I don't know if I'd need it to go all the way. Yeah, I'd probably want it to go. I'd want it to break this. So, not necessarily the high of yesterday, but at least the body of yesterday. However, if I did see, um, you know, if I did see it make that type of a shift, certainly on the table. AMKR, no. So Amazon has been on the list. Uh, Amazon has been on the list. I was looking at it yesterday, in fact. And if Amazon had closed up into this range or near it, that would have probably been the trade I took. And then by the end of the day, as it got later in the day, you can see it continued to drop off. Now today, it's rolling over a little bit. And is it invalidated? No, but is it going to be a trade in the next day or two based on what we're seeing here? Also, no. ASX. This one we had a good trade on. It's almost a full retracement at this point, though. And so, yeah, it's less and less likely for me that this one is going to be tradable. And I don't think I had it actually marked on my list. I don't. AXTI. AXTA. I don't even have AXTI on my short list for this week, but I think it clearly is one that's worth considering. Let me actually back out of this to a 6 month. Oh, yeah. Why is this not on the list? Interesting. I definitely think I missed that one. I'm putting an addendum for this week, AXTI, and I am going to, in fact, highlight it as close. Yeah, looks great. Trend looks great. Accelerating, higher highs. Um, Establishing what looks to be a new higher low here. I certainly feel like this has a great amount of opportunity for us. Baba, no. Okay, let's see. VAC. Someone asked about that, and you can see it's just stalled so fast. We just don't really have a lot of momentum right now from the financial sector. So certainly caution in that arena is warranted. You can see it in BCS. Baidu is chopping around after earnings. There could be something developing there. Yeah, definitely could be. Okay, BTSG. BTSG is on the list. I still don't think it's close, right? I look at this and I think, could this be a trade today? No. Tomorrow, maybe, probably not. And then the next day, yes. Like I'd be like, okay, that I could then look to trade. Which then means that we're at least Thursday with this one. It's getting closer. It's getting closer. It looks good. It's got some great momentum, but just sort of not yet. Okay. BW. Same kind of thing. And I know someone mentioned trading this one not too long ago. It's looking like it's starting to get close and trade potentially tradable again. Here is Citi. We know Citi. Um, Kind of did not work. But closed, right? Closed with plenty of time. Okay. Caterpillar getting close. I mean, I here's what I want to emphasize. Our market posture is increasingly bullish to the point where we're at an average of a 5 between the Oracle and our group posture. Okay. The trading list has increased, and we have a number of setups across a few different places. Where are they concentrated? AMAT, excuse me, AMD, Dell, Intel, Lam Research, Oracle, Riot, WDC, right? Primarily technology, right? Primarily technology. We have Amazon, but that one's not really there. We have Nokia here in a minute, Riot, or excuse me, Oracle. So yeah. Okay. Opportunity in front of us. Let's look for these setups to develop. CF, no. Cisco, yeah, not we're not really close there either. Certainly, it's bullish. CSIQ, there's a little potential there, but not much right now. Okay. CSX. No. Here's Delta. Dell. Boom. Oh, we're so close to earnings though. At what point do we think we're too close? Monday the 28th. No, is it Monday the 28th? Thursday the 28th. After market. So I at least have 4 days next week. One, two. If I can get a trade in the next couple of days. And today doesn't look great. Even if it got back to here, this would not be a trade for me. I'd still be thinking, nah, we're just still kind of in this zone. But if tomorrow I got this day, that's a maybe. If I take out this high, we'll see. We'll see. But I do think that this has some potential for sure. Okay. Okay. What time is it? Okay, now you guys have gone quiet on me. How willing are you to trade right now? Are you in trades? We've kind of been in this little bit of a pullback. Are you in trades now? Are you looking for trades now? Would you take trades that come now? Okay, let's see. Always looking, watching NVIDIA. NVIDIA looks from the chip sector for sure. We like that. Okay. Dow sideways, Dow Chemical, sideways, GE, kind of trying to figure it out after chopping around on some earnings. Gold is down, GM is kind of selling off here. Google, I felt like Google was actually setting into something, but it's really kind of turned into this at this point. Um, okay, let's see. Uh, Goldman. Goldman's one of the few bright spots in financials, which is why I'm reluctant to trade it. Buying stocks, Kent said. Craig says looking for setups. Yes, I would take. Good. Okay. Don in Walmart bought SLB. Schumberger. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Oof. You may have stopped out of this one if you tightened your stop at all. It looked like this was a bright spot. You might give it the opportunity to hold this support. It's early in the trade, so this one could go either way. Yesterday looked like it was going to hold throughout the day. It was still in its line. Today, it's really taking a dramatic drop. If you took this one, you're going to be wanting to keep an eye on it to see what do we end up with here. Intel still in the same basic setup area. Okay. Let's see. IWM. No. Ooh, I want you to notice something else. Now look at the way that these small caps. Now, technology has taken over into a leading position, which means it's less necessary. And I'm not going to be overly shocked if we see it take a break of some kind. Um, but no, I think there's some current concern about the overall impact of how this looks on the market right now. Okay, let's keep going, keep looking. JCI. So some of these that were like, I'll be honest, I was like, okay, this thing is sort of holding up the fort uh for the industrial arena, and they're just getting sucked down, right? We're seeing that right now. The way these are getting pulled, where it would look like it was going to hold, and then just boom, boom, two in a row breaks this support level. That's important for us to notice in regard to the sectors right now. All right. SLB. I'm going to pause in JCI. Remember, Lion is what's next here. JCI. No. Sorry. SLB. SLB. Okay, that looks nice. I mean, had a good day yesterday. Today it's just sort of pausing. Um, yeah. Okay. Walmart, IGV, and SU. Okay, yeah, SU is ours. We'll take a look at that one. IGV, tech software. Oh, okay, looks nice. Little ETF there. Suncor, continuing on up. That's a great one right there. So that was one of our last alerts. IBKR not working. Suncor is working. Is working. Okay, let's see. I think, are there any others in the alerts that I don't think so? Okay. Back to Lionsgate. Kind of stalled out there a little bit. Okay, let's see. Momentum. Other than the fact that it's near 100% implied volatility and nearly $1,000 stock, this looks great. Those two things make it a very difficult stock to trade these days. Just simply logistically, right? There's just not much you can do with those types of logistics. LRCX looks very close. I want you to see, look how close my line was. I was a little off, which means I actually feel like if I go here and I'm going to give it a little extra room and time, I'm going to say, okay, go up here like that. Uh, as long as I get the turn, oh, it's close. It's very, very close to what I've manifested, and I think it's ready. All right, I think it's ready. Okay. Very close. Lunar. No. Not, I mean, not today, but close. Like a couple of these earlier this week were like, oh, they're pushing up against resistance. They're not ready for us. Well, now they're getting close, right? Just within the course of this week. So um yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm adding this one to the list. Lots of things setting up, and yet at the same time, nothing giving us a trade now. Right? Okay, let's go meta sideways. I mean, I'm trying to see if there's anything that looks like it could actually be tradable today if we had like an afternoon recovery. I'm just not seeing anything that stands out. If you saw one that you're like, wait, what about this, Scott? Let me know. I'm open. Um, yeah, definitely open. Okay, let's see. Overextended. Someone liked this earlier. I don't know if they pulled the trigger already or not, but certainly if they did, they got a little piece of it. That looks nice. Marvell possibly setting up. It's on our list. I didn't flag it as one of the others, but it's there. Morgan, no. Microsoft, no. Micron, maybe. I have it on my list. I did not flag it. Why? Because it's $700 now. Because the implied volatility is at 93%. So that's going to really make those options, very, very hard to manage. Yeah, that's probably the core reason. Netflix, no. Nokia. I've got Nokia on my list and highlighted. Um, so yeah, I think it looks great. Absolutely. Very, very strong. Okay, let's keep going to NVIDIA. Watching NVIDIA, Linda said. Linda, I agree. And you can see we have others that look very similar to this. Um, my biggest concern is earnings are tomorrow. So whatever we get here, um, it's going to become a crapshoot. So yeah, but and here's the other thing. People are like, oh well, then I'm not going to trade Nvidia. I'm going to trade uh, Intel, or I'm going to trade. But the neighborhood effect with Nvidia being, sort of the 800-pound gorilla right now in the space. What Nvidia does is likely to impact what we see from, the other players in the group. So okay. NVT, no. Okay. Oracle. Oracle was on the list. Oracle's on the list. And today, no. Tomorrow, if it took out today's high, yes. I think Oracle's close. That could definitely be viable. Okay. Palantir. No. Q's. And so whatever we see from technology, if someone brought me this chart and they're like, "Hey, take a look at this QQQ chart. Do you feel like this thing's not looking very good?" I'd be like, "Well, no, I think that looks extremely strong right now." Okay. Here's Riot. Ooh, what did I say about Riot? I said if it gets into the gap, then I might be a little bit more concerning at that point. And here it is a little bit more into the gap. So maybe by the end of the day, we'll see what that looks like. If it's in its range for it or not. Um, let's go. Rocket Lab. Rocket Lab pulling back. This is where patience. Yes, we have we have a positive market posture, but we still have to be patient waiting for the signals to come. Right? That's something that we still have to make sure that we're doing. RTX, silver. Let's see. SanDisk would be fine if not $1,200. Would be like, oh, look, that's getting close. That's hard to trade. 1,200 in volatility at 104%. I might have to take it off and only watch like WDC is probably the only one that really becomes tradable. SPY is now down 0.8. That's okay. Right? That's okay. We don't mind. Okay, let's see. Some of the Linda, that is a good point, and we're not seeing a lot of that right now, right? That split activity, where they become a little bit more tradable. Well, we definitely have not seen, and it's funny because I wonder if some of the reason why they're not may be because the reaction to like Netflix has been really quite, that split. Can I even see the split on Netflix anymore? Where was that split? More than a year ago now? Let's see. Yeah, there it is. Back in October, it did a 10 for 1. And you can see it's now, not done much. So I don't know. Yeah, it should be interesting. Should be interesting. Nokia. Oh, we did Nokia. We got through to SNDK. The SPY looking all right. STM. Um, STM's on my list. It was not on my short list, but it's going to be there soon because it looks great. It's pulling back and possibly getting ready to set up. STX selling off. Tesla, Taiwan Semiconductors down. UPS back down. VIAV was new. I'll keep it here a little while longer, but not too much at this point. But not too much. Viking, no. VIX, just sort of stuck in the middle, right? We're not seeing much there. BSH is pulling back. That's on the list. WDC. Someone said they had some Walmart. Yeah, it's got earnings coming up soon. I gotta say, for today, it just feels like it may be one more day of let's be patient. Even if we get a little bit of a recovery, as long as we don't sell off with too much volume today, I think we're going to end up in an okay place. Right? I think that's going to be sort of like the bottom line is where do we end up? Okay, it's an open floor. We have a little bit of time left. We've gone through the watch list. We know that there's really not a lot setting up for today directly. But certainly plenty of things in the hopper. So, is there any that I missed? Give me a sense. It's pretty quiet out there. I get it. Patience is quiet sometimes. But we are definitely doing the right thing in being patient. Don't force trades. Um, etc. etc. Everything waiting for I that's a you're not wrong, Linda. That's a great point. We are still waiting to see if we're going to get some actual clear information. Um, so, yeah. All right. Well, I won't keep you. We'll hurry up and wait on our own. Still watching Poet. Ooh, okay. Let me go pull that up. Let me pull that up. Okay, Poet. Poet Technologies. Yeah, it's selling off pretty hard after it gapped on those earnings, isn't it? We'll see what happens. Okay. Okay. Well, that'll do it for me then, you guys. Don't think that there's likely to be an alert coming out today. I think that the odds right now are not in favor of that, but we will definitely keep watching. So, okay, well, guys, any comment about the? Oh, I said something early. I hate that, and it's really both sides of the aisle are. I said earlier today, if you look at the top 10 Republican in Congress, or top 10 Congress people who basically just sort of trade on their news, it's half and half. Like, it's insane that we don't have some forced mechanisms and that we allow it. So yeah, no, I don't love it personally. So, anyways, all right. Well, listen, you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you later tonight. As always, happy trading.